Oh, it froze. Okay. Alright, so I'm learning that I'm not so good at the vlogging thing and not getting things posted up on time, so I apologize. My goal for tonight is to get all of my videos uploaded. It is 6:30 at night right now, so hopefully by midnight I will have them all up and ready to go. So much has happened since the last time I vlogged. I went to the aquarium, which was fabulous, and it's like a 20-minute bus ride out to Mission Bay where it is, and we didn't know exactly where it was, but we thought we would see some signs, Rachel, Delaney, and I, and we ended up staying on the bus 45 minutes past the stop, so that was a fun adventure. The bus driver was really nice, though. We finally plucked up the courage, and we're like, okay, how far away, like, how much further is the aquarium? And he's like, oh, we passed 45 minutes ago, so he flagged down another bus and had us, like, tag off and had us get on the other bus. And the bus took us for free to the aquarium, so that was really nice, you know. And, you know, I was kind of upset. I was like, oh, I didn't get to, like, see everything. But this is the aquarium. But, as it turns out, the aquarium is built into a cliff, which is why we missed it. But it's really, really cute and really, really small. And they have, I'll throw pictures up here, but they have like a baby emperor penguin, and it is the fluffiest, brownest, ugliest penguin you will ever see in your life. We just felt so bad for it. We're like, oh my god, it's the ugly duckling. But it was really, 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 really cute, and I have lots of really great pictures. Then I've been going to classes. I love my classes. Stats is okay. Stats is stats. It's not so bad. Thank you to Mrs. Myers. I emailed her because I did not know how to use my calculator, and well, I know how to like use it. I've been like Googling it and stuff, but I did not know how to do one of the functions of the calculator, and I emailed her, and within 24 hours she emailed me back, so thank you, high school teachers. Apparently foreign calculators don't get help here in New Zealand. I decorated. My room was getting really glum and it was just like bumming me out. So I have all of these brochures, and they're not random brochures. These are all things that I'm going to do while I'm here. Either they're like on my wish list or I've already booked and paid for them. So that's really awesome. So it's not just like the really random things. Like hopefully gonna do that one of the weekends. Already have that booked. Gonna do that one of the weekends. I was supposed to do that this weekend, but ended up doing homework instead, and we booked those. So the kayaking, and that's canyon swinging. That's gonna be during spring break, which is fabulous. Skydiving already paid for. That's the end of September for Rachel's birthday. And I'm going to do the Skywalk because it's on sale right now for students, which is really, really awesome. So it's kind of like the Seattle Space Needle, and it's really, really tall, and they let you go up and you like can walk around it, or you can also jump off of it, which is fabulous. And the other one over there, the single one, yeah, just a single one right underneath my weaving, is Milford Sound. We're going to do that during spring break too. That's a day trip. Really excited. So I'm like trying to get back onto like a vlogging schedule, and then I'm gonna go on spring break and just goes, it's all gonna be kaput. So at least I'm trying. I've done some cooking classes. If I talk to you, I've talked to a couple people about cooking classes. There's 6 of them, and I signed up for 3 of them. And the first one was coffee appreciation. So we went down to 3 Beans Coffee down on Wesley Street, and they roasted like 50 pounds of coffee in front of us, and it was fabulous. We got to try 3 different kinds of coffee. We got to try Ethiopian, Colombian, Venezuelan, I can't remember. But we got to like taste the differences and subtleties. Got really quiet. To taste like differences and subtleties between them. Like Ethiopian is more fruity, Colombian is a little bit bitter. Learned that there are 2 different types of coffee. South Korea grows a lot of coffee. They grow a lot of one type of coffee that is currently the bitter coffee, and I don't remember, but it was really, really cool. So we got to like taste the different types of coffee, and we actually got to be our own barista, so I got to make a mocha, which was really, really awesome. It was a great experience. The second one was cooking on a budget, and we got to go on campus and cook in one of like the industrial kitchens, and it was kind of disappointing. The There were 20 students, which was really great, but for that size of kitchen, there was just too many. I thought it was going to be like, okay, we're going to learn how to cook, you know, something on a budget, which we made spaghetti and meatballs, which is really good, and now I have like a homemade spaghetti and meatballs recipe, although my mom's is better. But we made like one big batch of it. I thought it was going to be walk into the kitchen, like everyone was going to have a station. It wasn't. But it was good. We made spaghetti and meatballs, and we made pancakes with homemade butterscotch, and ice cream and caramelized bananas, which I learned that it's actually not that really hard to make. I already know how to make pancakes. I got that covered. But I didn't know butterscotch was really, really easy to make, and it's not too bad to caramelize bananas, except I can't do it in my apartment here because it is electric, and you need a gas stove, so that's awesome. I can try that when I get home. And then the last cooking class was my favorite, and my father doesn't necessarily agree with me that it's a cooking class, because we went on a brewery tour. So we went downtown, like 2 shops over from Three Beans, and got to try 5 different kinds of beers. They brought out 10 jugs, 2 of each of the different kinds. They brought out, I learned that there's 2 different kinds of beers. There's an ale, and there's a lager, and then it breaks down from there, and just depends on the way that they're cooked. Like a lager, everything is cooked on the bottom, like all the spices and stuff are on the bottom, and an ale, it's on the top. It might be switched. I think it's that way, though. And so we got to try an ale and a lager and wheat beer and a couple other beers. Oh, we got to try a coffee-infused beer. That was really, really good. I didn't know you could do that. And then he just brought out a lot of these random ones. Like there was like fruit-infused beer. There was Play Off of Voodoo Donuts. It was bacon and maple sugar, which is interesting. It's interesting. It tasted like bacon and maple sugar, and just brought like all these like individual specialized ones. So overall that night I got to try like 12 different beers, which was really awesome because I've never been beer tasting because I'm under 21, but I'm in a foreign country. So, but that's really, really cool just to sit down and just like be like, okay, this is how it's made, because they actually brew a couple different kinds of beers there. So it was really awesome to see like the equipment and how to use it, and you know, teach us like how to brew and stuff a little bit. So that was really, really cool. What else? Just classes. I'm gearing up for spring break. Spring break is here in 2 weeks, and spring break is 2 weeks long. I'm going to spend the first week in the Cook Islands, which I'm really excited about, with IES, and then the second week I'm going to spend on the South Island. This one, because I live on the North Island. I live like there. So I'm going to fly to the South Island and go to Queenstown, which is right there, and go do a lot of really awesome things. Well, we're going to go there, and then we're going to go down on a bus and go walk on a couple glaciers, and then we're going to come up and go to Christchurch and go ballooning, and then we're going to fly home. So it's going to be very packed 2 weeks, and I'm really, really excited. And, oh, yeah, the cooking class. Since I've been going to a lot of cooking classes, the lady who is organizing them emailed me and said there's a MasterChef competition next Saturday. All Blacks game. But there's going to be a MasterChef competition, and, you know, I'm just like, oh, my God, you know, I'm a student. I really don't know how to cook. I know how to cook pretty well, more than a lot of other people, so I'm really excited. She waived the fee for me. She said, you know, the person, there was like a competition or like a club expo drawing for it, and they couldn't take it, so I have a double pass there. So me and one of my flatmates are going to go use that next Saturday, and we're going to go cook from a pantry that's open, and we have 1 hour to cook and present stuff to judges, so I'm really excited about that. And then after that, I'm going to Hobby Bus, and I'm going to go to the All Blacks game. It is the only rugby game in New Zealand this winter, because the National League is between New Zealand, Australia, and South Africa, and New Zealand only has 1 national team, so a lot of the games are in Australia, and a couple of them are in South Africa. But the All Blacks have 1 home game, and we're here for it, and it's really, really awesome. So I'm really excited to go to that, and I'm starting to get really annoyed, because when I flip on TV, it talks about the election. There's currently an election going on for the prime minister, which is elected, as I found out, every 4 years, and all different political parties. Like, you know, like America, we have like the Democrats and the Republicans, and here they have the Nationalists, the Labor Party, the Conservatives. It goes on and on and on. So it's really cool. Like, it changes hands quite a bit. So it'll be really interesting once September 20th comes up. September 20th, vote people of New Zealand. I keep getting asked to register to vote, and I'm like, cool, I'm American. So, yeah. So that's a little snippet of my life for right now, and I have a pre-departure trip for Cook Islands, so that's my week. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. I remember what I was going to say. So one of the RAs here is from Kansas. Woo, 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 represent. And I went over to a flat dinner, and I took this ratchet cake. Because all the ovens here are not level, so my cake tilted to one side. And, you know, I was kind of guessing on the time because, then, you know, the oven's in Celsius. And I'm like, it's about close to Fahrenheit. So I took out the cake, and it was smoking. I was like, crap. But just the 3 of the edges had burned, so I, like, cut it out and put it back. And I pulled it out, and it was smoking again, and cut it all out. And I made 2 batches of icing because I made Texas chocolate sheet cake. And I made a batch of icing to cover the cake. And then it was, like, it was settling down in the lower part. So I made another batch to, like, level at the cake. So, you know, as ratchet as that cake was, it was gone that night. There were 6 of us. And it's like, it was a long cake. It was a big cake. And it's gone. So I can bake.